Good morning, my YouTube family. How are you? I am Helen Sadler, your destiny helper. It has been a while since we've been together. My schedule has really been just really busy, but it has been an awesome time. However, I thank you for keep writing, keep commenting, keep questioning. And for those of you who all of these good reports are coming in, you're getting stronger and stronger every single day. And I commend you. Thank you so much for listening to the videos and saying how the videos are encouraging to you. That is our ultimate desires, that when we make these videos, that they are a strength to you, that they are a help to you. Keep listening to them no matter how difficult it get, and it can get difficult. Keep listening to the video because they are a tremendous encourager. They are a tremendous enlightenment to you, wherever status you are in the narcissist relationship. You can be strengthened. And remember that there's no such thing as quitting unless you quit. There's no such thing as giving up unless you give up. And hopefully us coming on these videos will be a strength that we will undergird you and lift your arms up. And you know that every day the best of you is coming forward and moving forward. I want to thank those of you who has subscribed to my YouTube channel. Keep subscribing. If you're listening to these videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you push that bell. Feel free to write me, Destiny Helper 12s at gmail.com. Destiny Helper 12s at gmail.com. I'm a life coach, and it would be a joy to be with you. I can give you my office number, and we can engage in that situation. So just make sure you call me with the number. So what you would do is write me, and once I get your email, I will give you all the information you need. Once again, thank you. And for all of my new subscribers, yay, thank you for joining my YouTube channel. And I'm getting letters, and it's amazing how many of you have written me to say, what is going on? It's driving me crazy. Why does the narcissist abuse me? It's like he's talking to someone else, but he's using me. And you saying, Destiny Helper, what is that? What is that about? But I do feel that he's talking to someone else, but I'm taking the brunt of his behavior. That is called scapegoat supply. That's called scapegoat supply. What happens is the narcissists, when they go after a new target, they are not always successful in their new target. There are some failure zones with the narcissist. No matter how much they try, they do not apprehend that target. And when the narcissist fail, somebody pays. A narcissist cannot stand rejection. A narcissist cannot stand abandonment. The narcissist cannot stand failure, because you got to remember the narcissist is very privileged, very entitled minded. The narcissists deal with grandiosity. And so the narcissists feel that they are better than the regular person. And so when they come to you, the narcissists feel that it should be a privilege for you that they even talk to you, that you should feel privileged that they are even engaged to you. And if a narcissist is an experienced narcissist and have had several supplies, several relationships, several accomplishments, and they are discarding and on a constant basis, what happens with that narcissist, that ideology becomes a mindset. To the narcissist actually feel they can have 100% pride in whatever they go after, they ascertain. And that is not always the case. So when the narcissists go after supply and the supply does not respond like the narcissists want them to respond, and then that supply never get on the hook. So whatever bait the narcissist is sending out to that supply, it is not working. The supply is not registering. The supply is not biting. So the scapegoat is when you are the primal supply or you are with the narcissist, because sometimes the narcissist can utilize this method for the primal supply and what other supply they have, because many narcissists have several supplies on the hook at the same time. I did a video with different kinds of supplies. Go to that video, listen to that video. And so what happened with the narcissist, if you are the primal supply or the narcissist with you because you are a new supply, but he's engaged in getting another supply. And usually what the narcissists want, the narcissists require lots and lots of attention. And when they don't get that attention from that supply, the narcissists start to build a regimen of moving on. And when they start to build a regimen of moving on, they go out to another supply. Even though they got a primal supply, they may have another supply or several different supplies that they are interacting with. And when they're interacting with that supply, and then they go out to get another supply, and this supply is not budging, this supply is not moving, whatever the narcissist is doing, the supply is not attracted to it. The supply is not magnetized to whatever his mystique or her mystique is. The supply is just not budging. That angers the narcissist. And what it does, it causes the narcissist to pursue that supply, because the narcissist will not immediately accept failure, because the narcissists believe that they can get whatever supply they want. So they go after that supply, they charm that supply, they try to pick up on the sensories of that supply and become whatever that supply need, so they can mirror back to the supply what they have apprehended from the supply, and the supply would think that it's the narcissist, but it's really the supply. And so they don't hook the supply, whatever conversation they have, and the supply is not interested. It could have been someone who just coming out of a narcissist relationship, married, and they're faithful to their spouse. So they don't give way. They don't even give way to it. Or they are not ready for a relationship, or the narcissist is just not triggering them. They are not turned on by the narcissist. Well, somebody pays, because the narcissist does not fail. The narcissist then come home to the supply and is angry, walking in the house mad. And I mean, there's such tyranny, and you're wondering, what in the world is going on? What did I do? I'm just here. And then you got the regular conversation, the regular personality dysfunction anyway, but now he has a target, and you become the scapegoat, and the narcissist starts saying things, and you like, I never did that. And then the narcissist is blaming you, accusing you of mistreating him and not yielding to him. And every time he come after you, you don't yield. And you like, what do you mean? I just fixed dinner for you. I got the house ready. I got the children quiet so we can spend time together. Oh, and that makes him even worse. And he think, oh, you think you're going to manipulate me. That's what you're going to do. You are trying to manipulate me after everything I've done for you. I try to be nice to you. I bring you flowers. You say, honey, you haven't brought me flowers in 8 months. Well, you remember when I brought those flowers? It may have been 8 months, but I still remember when I did it. No, he brought the new supply flowers, and he's getting his time. It's just like people, narcissists that text, and they're dealing with more than one supply, and the narcissist will send you a text, one he's discarding, and he send the discard to the new supply, and he sends the new supply the old text. So he mixed up the text, and then you call him and say, what is going on? And then the narcissist realize, oh, you know what, I was just tired. You know, I probably was half asleep. I've been working these long hours, and it's crazy, but I've been thinking about you. And boom, he switches it off so you can delete what he's done. And the truth of it is, you never think that, okay, he's texting me and about five other women at the same time. And so he's getting the text mixed up because he's trying to stay on target. And if you notice, a lot of times the narcissist will have more than one phone, and they always like their phones with them. No matter where they go, they keep these phones, and it's almost like it is a sacred calf. You do not touch these phones. You do not go near those phones. And when it beep and it constantly beep, the narcissist, and a lot of times they'll put it on vibrate. And you said, did you hear something? No, I didn't hear nothing. And then you hear the phone vibrate, and they got all these phones, and these phones are for different supplies. The narcissist can be so organized with having supply, especially those who have multi-supply agents that they're dealing with at the same time. And so this phone is for this. And from so January through March, it's for these. And then he comes back in March to January. And every year around that cycle, he goes after that particular supply. And then if he discarded or there's an overlap with that supply, and most narcissists like the long-term relationship, even though in the midst of that long-term relationship, you are going to get a discard. This trigger goes off in them, and it doesn't matter what stage of the relationship you're in, how much they give to you, that discard go out, you're going to go to the stage of devaluation. Once devaluation commence, you will go, your final destiny is the discard. And once they discard, and when your cycle come back around, they would try to hoover you. And when they would try to hoover you, the narcissist would say, you know, I couldn't do without you. I just been thinking about you all of this time. You've been heavily on my mind. I'm trying to leave you alone, but I can't because I love you. Well, that is to take care of the discard, that he can't leave you alone, but he did leave you alone. Now he wants to come back, and you are April, May, and June. So you in that category. So he comes back the same cycle, and he tries to get you back. The only reason the narcissist does not come back, he has he stands an opportunity of being rejected, and the narcissist is not going to be rejected. So a lot of time the narcissist will not hoover a person that they're going to be rejected by, or if they're strong will and they're very feisty, they're not going to stand the risk of being embarrassed. So a lot of time the narcissist, if it's negative energy to them, they're not going to do it. And if you don't yield to them, they're saying, it's not worth my time. She don't value me. She don't appreciate me. And then they're thinking another woman would give their right hand for what I'm giving you. And so when they fail, that scapegoat supply start going through, and the narcissist keep going after that target. And sometimes the narcissist is obsessed with winning. And so they try and they keep on, because a lot of time the consistency pays off. The persistency pays off. And so when they are persistent in that relationship, they start breaking down the walls, breaking down the barrier. And eventually that supply is captured. When that supply is captured, they give them the prime love bomb. I mean, they got the gold. They get the platinum. They get love bombs so good until the narcissist hook them in. Because in the mind of the narcissist, you're going to pay for everything that you took me through. You're going to pay for the time that it took for me to capture you. I came to you and you should have been more appreciative. You should have valued me more. And then what happens is now the primal supply, which is the scapegoat, all of a sudden the target of love goes to that supply. Because in the mind of the narcissist, he's making the supply that he finally captured, that finally gave in. He's punishing the supply by love bombing who he's with. So he give everything that he know he should have been given to that new supply, and he give it to them, and he love bomb them, and he's love bombing the new supply. But in the back of his mind, torment is waiting for the captured new supply, because you took too long to make me to get from to help me capture you. You took too long for me to capture what I should have had in the beginning. I am 2 months delayed behind time when we should have progressed forward. And the vindictive narcissist is a very dangerous, malignant, vengeful narcissist. Is like a vengeful spirit. That narcissist, and one day you look at them and you get the narcissistic stare. Their eyes is dark, deep, and they are pondering. And when you look into their eyes, you can see something there, and you are the target. And you look and say, "What was that?" And they go, "What was what? What was that look?" Because as it came, it disappeared. But that is a look, that narcissistic stare. You would never, if you got it once, you would never forget, because it's like boring into your soul, to the core of your soul, with those dark, hateful eyes. And then you look at them again, and their eyes seem to be loving, and it just throws you into panic. It throws you into confusion, and you're wondering, what in the world was that? And then as they leave, what is on your mind? It's, what was that? What was that stare? I never had anyone to look at me like that. That was hate in their eyes. I know it was hate. It couldn't have been love. And then right after that, if you're with them, love bomb you. I mean, and narcissists are very sexual. So you find the sexuality. And I mean, it's at the height, because that narcissist is very intentional. You are a captured prey. And that prey, that narcissist is going to take that prey through the time until you become the sacrificial lamb. And he wants to, or she wants to make sure that you are so engulfed into them. They throw themselves into making sure that you are totally happy, totally pleased. And you don't realize that in the love bombing stage, the devaluation is already occurring. Because in the mind of the narcissist, the moment they capture the hard-ridden prey, the moment they capture that hardcore supply that you took them months through hell to get you, then the narcissist, one thing the narcissist does is the narcissist makes sure that you know what they've been through. And he gives victory. He gives victory. And when he gets that victory is going to make sure that every day, from the day of capturing, you walk through the place of hell. You walk through the place of fire. And you didn't know a person can be or treat you like that. You go from one day of love. I mean, everything is going. Weeks of love bombing, weeks of just taking you out, weeks of gifting you, whining and dining you, taking you shopping, taking you to look at the ocean, look at the moon in the coolness of the day, and the wind blowing. Whatever discomfort that you may have, the narcissist is going to make sure that they reverse discomfort to comfort. And when you got that look is your time. It's almost here. And I'm going to get you back for everything you've done and how you made me work for something that was rightfully mine. Because the narcissist, any prey that they capture, the prey is theirs. The prey doesn't have a right. And the narcissists think you belong to them. Why? Because you're an object. You belong to them. You are supply. You're like a toaster. To put the bread in the toaster, you have no feelings for the toaster. None whatsoever. You put the bread in there, you take it out. You get that supply for the use of that narcissist intent. So those of you who may be going through this and you are the escape supply, you are the scapegoat of where they fail. And all of a sudden it turns. And boy, they're loving you. But also in the midst of that love, you get that narcissistic stare. Why? Because the narcissist is seeing not you, but seeing how they're going to get that supply, how they're going to make that supply pay. And you are looking, and remember, it's the third person dealing. You feel like they're dealing with someone else, but it's you there. And you're wondering, what is going on here? Even in the love bombing, even when they don't make love, they have sex because it's all about them. And so even in the midst of having sex with them, you feel like somebody else is there. His touch is not you. You enjoying the moment, but it's like someone else is there. The scapegoat is there. And the intent of the narcissist is to make sure the scapegoat pays. So that person that the narcissist is going after intentionally to bring them through hell zone, everyone he's with gets a feel of the expression of the narcissist. Because when the narcissist is vengeful, everybody knows. And there is no apologizing for it. So if you feel that there's a third party voice, third party accusation, third party insinuation, third party dealing, oh, the narcissist has failed. And the narcissist has made you the scapegoat. And everything that that person has done, you are doing everything you can. You're loving, you're caring, you're providing food that they like and an atmosphere that they like, and your energy is totally intact, and you're giving everything you got, and you are draining out, not understanding, but you do feel that third party, because when they talk, they're talking third party. That, my friend, is what's going on. How can you alleviate? You don't, because the narcissist don't. The narcissist alleviates when they start to torture that supply for what they've been through and obtaining that supply. And the narcissist seem almost like a malignant happiness. They almost seem like they're out of their mind because everything is vengeful toward that supply. And the overflow from that supply goes to everybody else. Everybody. And during this vengeful time, a lot of times the narcissists do not expend their energy. They take all of their energy and comprise it in that vengeful moment because they are intentional in making that supply pay. And that supply is at the mercies of the narcissist. And it's even worse when the supply got away and the narcissist never attained the supply. And so when they fail in getting that supply, capturing that supply, then all hell breaks loose with you. And you didn't do anything. You don't have to. You have to make decisions of what you're going to do because it's a continuum. It is the behavior of the narcissist. It's the unchangeable aspect of the narcissist. It is the intent of the narcissist. And it is the mind of the predator and the prey. And you can easily, at any moment, at any second, get caught in the zone. When there's children involved, it's a harder aspect because then you're trying to make work what the narcissist don't want to work. And then when you want to leave, guess what? Everything changes on a dime. The narcissists go back to love bombing. The narcissists make you feel like you don't listen. The narcissists make you feel like you don't love them. The narcissists tell you all the good things that they're doing, because you got some narcissists that are excellent provider, but they're doing that for a reason, because they want the praise. They don't want you to ever say they didn't do anything. And so the narcissist is taking care of business. And that's what's confusing people, because they are hateful and mean, and then they discard and cheat and they lie and manipulate, but yet they're paying the bills. They pay the bills on time. They make sure the food is in the house. They make sure the kids got things. Why? Because the narcissist is going to get the praise, because the narcissists know that you're going to come to the moment of reckoning. And when you come to the moment of reckoning, you're going to say, look, I got enough of this. Look at my video, When the Supply Has Had Enough. Oh, that is a good one. Because the supply, when the supply is finished and they have concluded, I'm done, there is an attitude that commenced in the relationship. Nothing moves the supply. Now the supply has become the focus. Now the supply is very intentional. Now the narcissist is the target. I'm telling you, you can make a decision to be happy. You can make a decision when it's enough. No more torment. No more lies. No more cheating. No more scapegoat. I refuse to pay the price for someone else that you should not have, that you should not went after, and you got caught lie and lie and lie. And the phone rings, the emails are there. Sometimes you have evidence. And for years you've been gaslighted until finally the truth is out on the table. Then you have to be a big girl, big guy, and make the right choices for you and the family. And if there's no kids involved, it makes it easier, not emotionally, but it makes the decision easier, because you don't have to consider others. You can consider yourself and how to keep yourself, how to protect yourself, how to rebuild yourself, how to re-energize yourself. You have to do it. Self-help come in many fashions and forms, and you have to take it. That is your challenge. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I love bringing the videos to you. Thank you so much for taking this time with me. Once again, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you take the time and subscribe to this channel and push the bell. And every time I upload a video, you will get an alert. Thank you. And those of you, once again, who want to write me, I am a life coach. And so you can write me at Destiny Helper 12s at gmail.com. Destiny Helper 12s at gmail.com. I tell you, it's going to be a privilege and an honor for us to share together, because maximizing who you are is my total interest, and to hold up your arms and help you rebuild the wonderful person you really are. God bless you, and I'll see you on the next video.